Even before Quicksilver showed off his extraordinary powers and quirky personality in the film X-Men Days of Future Past, fans have been intrigued by this citizen of the Marvel Universe. But one question most people have on their minds is, do Quicksilver's powers come from a mutation, or is it an ability to manipulate time itself? Perhaps we will find out more about that, and about Quicksilver himself, as we look at 8 facts about Quicksilver. Number 1. His powers are just like his personality. Quicksilver feels like everyone is moving in slow motion, and tends to be impatient with the world around him. His personality and motives are not as shallow as some mutants. Toad comes to mind. Quicksilver shows us his inner thoughts in this quote from the comics. Have you ever had a day where you are at the ATM and you are in a hurry because you're running late, but the person in front of you doesn't know how to use the ATM and they're taking forever? Now, imagine what it must be like to spend every day surrounded by people who don't know how to use the ATM. We can imagine, and we relate with his character. That's what makes Quicksilver so interesting. Number 2, he can think at super speed. Not only can Quicksilver outrun bullets and slow time enough to change the outcome of things that are about to happen, he has superhuman thinking speed too. Besides his sped up healing time and metabolism, when Quicksilver is running around a room, he's making millions of calculations in his mind every second, taking in information from everything around him, so he can rearrange a situation that would have happened a lot differently and possibly have a bad outcome if not for him. This is all pretty complicated, but it is yet another thing that makes Quicksilver so powerful. Number 3. Quicksilver's powers may not be a mutation. In the 1997 Quicksilver comic series, Quicksilver met an alternate version of himself from an alternate future called Nestor. Nestor told Quicksilver his super speed is a form of time manipulation. It seems the writers have forgotten that, but years later Quicksilver was temporarily given time manipulation powers by being exposed to the Terrigen mists. Number 4. Quicksilver is literally faster than lightning bolts and can run across whole oceans. Lightning travels at close to 220,000 miles per hour, yet we have seen Quicksilver actually dodge Thor's lightning bolts. That's quite amazing. And recently at an AVX event, we saw that Quicksilver can run so fast that the surface tension of water can hold him up, meaning he can actually run across whole oceans if he chose to. In Avengers Age of Ultron, he blocked bullets with his body, showing how heroic he can be. But as we have seen in the comics, bullets can't even hit Quicksilver. Number 5. Quicksilver was a member of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Quicksilver and his sister the Scarlet Witch both first appeared in X-Men number 4 as members of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. When Magneto felt he was outnumbered by the X-Men, he formed a group of powerful mutants loyal to his cause. Quicksilver fought against Cyclops frequently when he was in the Brotherhood. When Marvel started a series called X-Men First Class in the early 2000s that inspired the 2011 movie, the X-Men and the Brotherhood had an interesting relationship. Angel and the Scarlet Witch started dating, and when Quicksilver found out about his sister and Angel, he thought there must be some treasonous reasons for these meetings, and attacked the X-Men, exposing the teenage romance. Number 6. Quicksilver's daughter is an Inhuman. Quicksilver's comic book version was helped by the Inhumans when he was seriously injured. Under the care of an elemental named Crystal, he recovered. The couple fell in love and married and even had a daughter together. When things didn't work out between them, their daughter, named Luna, remained with Crystal when Quicksilver and she separated. Luna went through the Terrigenesis and gained the ability to sense truth and lies, and as it happened, Quicksilver was doing a lot of lying. But eventually Quicksilver told the truth, and he and his daughter were not as distant as they once were. Number 7. Marvel has radically changed Quicksilver's origin. There is a mystery surrounding Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch's origin. Initially, it was thought that they were the offspring of the classic superheroes Miss America and the Wizard. In the 1980s, it was said that Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch were the children of Magneto, whose wife ran away before she gave birth. Rick Remender, writer of the 2014 Axis series, wove a tale about a backfiring spell that showed that Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch were never related to Magneto, but were created through genetic experiments by a being called the High Evolutionary. Marvel actually dabbled with this idea for their origin in the 1970s. Number 8. The two Quicksilvers of Marvel and Fox. Almost on the verge of bankruptcy in the 1990s, Marvel decided to sell the film rights of their characters to different companies. Today, Marvel Studios has gotten some of those rights back. However, the rights to Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch are in an odd position where both Fox and Marvel have the rights to use the characters. So that explains why Quicksilver, portrayed by Aaron Taylor Johnson in Marvel Studios' Avengers Age of Ultron, was much different than Evan Peters' literally show-stopping performance of Quicksilver in Fox's X-Men Days of Future Past, made in the same year. So that was 8 facts about Quicksilver. Thanks for watching, like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe.